Have you ever wondered about the power of silence? Sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, we often underestimate the profound impact that silence can have. According to Buddhist philosophy, silence is not just the absence of sound, it is a powerful tool for peace, reflection, and wisdom. Today, I want to share with you 5 specific situations where being silent can be more beneficial than speaking. Let me take you on a journey through a Buddhist story that beautifully illustrates the importance of silence. This story isn't just an ancient tale, it's a timeless lesson that can be applied to our modern lives. Whether you're dealing with anger, lacking information, or simply trying to understand someone better, this story offers invaluable insights into when and why we should choose silence over words. Stay with me as we delve into these 5 crucial situations where silence truly is golden. We've all been there. Moments when anger takes over and words spill out before we have a chance to think. Speaking in anger often leads to regrettable words that can hurt others and damage relationships. When we're angry, our judgment is clouded, and we might say things we don't truly mean. Silence in these moments acts as a buffer. It gives us the time to cool down, to process our emotions, and to choose our words more wisely. By staying silent when angry, we prevent conflicts from escalating and avoid saying things that we might later regret. Buddha once said, "Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die." This teaching emphasizes the self-destructive nature of anger. In one of the Buddhist stories, there was a monk who was known for his calm demeanor. One day, another monk tried to provoke him by hurling insults. Instead of reacting with anger, the calm monk chose silence. Later, he explained that responding in anger would only fuel more anger and conflict. His silence not only diffused the situation, but also demonstrated his inner strength and control. In this story, the monk's silence served as a powerful lesson. It showed that controlling one's anger through silence is not a sign of weakness, but a mark of wisdom and strength. By practicing silence when we're angry, we follow this ancient wisdom and create space for understanding, compassion, and peace in our interactions. Have you ever found yourself jumping to conclusions without having all the facts? It's a common mistake, and speaking without full information can lead to misunderstandings and spread misinformation. When we rush to speak without knowing the complete picture, we risk making false assumptions and potentially causing harm. Silence in these situations allows us the time to gather the necessary details and form a more accurate understanding of the situation. By choosing silence, we give ourselves the opportunity to listen, observe, and seek the truth before speaking. One of the key principles in Buddhism is the pursuit of truth. Buddha taught that right speech involves speaking truthfully and thoughtfully. In one Buddhist story, a disciple was eager to report an incident to his master. He had only heard part of the story and was ready to share his version of events. However, his master advised him to wait and gather all the facts before speaking. The disciple heeded this advice and later discovered that the situation was not as he initially thought. His silence saved him from spreading false information and helped him understand the importance of seeking truth. This story teaches us the value of patience and thoroughness in our communication. By staying silent until we have all the facts, we avoid jumping to conclusions and prevent the spread of misinformation. We become more mindful in our speech, ensuring that our words are based on truth and understanding. Practicing silence in such moments helps us cultivate wisdom and integrity in our interactions, aligning with Buddha's teachings on right speech. Words have immense power. They can heal, but they can also hurt. Careless words, spoken without thought, can cause deep emotional pain and lasting damage. It's easy to forget the impact our words can have on others, especially in moments of frustration or impatience. Silence, in such situations, is a form of compassion. By choosing silence, we avoid saying something that could hurt someone else. We give ourselves the chance to think about the potential consequences of our words and choose kindness instead. In Buddhism, one of the aspects of the Noble Eightfold Path is right speech, speaking in ways that are truthful, kind, and beneficial. Buddha taught that our words should be used to uplift and support others, not to cause harm. In a well-known Buddhist story, There was a wise elder who was approached by a young man filled with anger and bitterness. The young man hurled insults at the elder, hoping to provoke a reaction. Instead of retaliating with harsh words, the elder remained silent and calm. When the young man finally exhausted his anger, the elder spoke gently, expressing understanding and compassion. This story illustrates the power of silence in avoiding harm. The elder's silence not only prevented further conflict, but also allowed space for compassion to emerge. By refraining from speaking hurtful words, he demonstrated the true essence of right speech, using words to heal rather than harm. In our own lives, practicing silence when we're tempted to speak harshly helps us align with this principle. It encourages us to choose words that reflect kindness and empathy, fostering more harmonious and compassionate interactions. In our fast-paced world, genuine listening has become a rare skill. Often, we are so eager to share our own thoughts that we forget to truly listen to others. Silence plays a crucial role in active listening. By staying silent, we allow the other person to express themselves fully without interruptions. This silence shows respect and understanding, creating a space for deeper connection and empathy. When we listen with the intent to understand rather than to reply, we foster more meaningful and authentic communication. Buddhism places great emphasis on mindfulness and being present in the moment. Buddha taught that true listening requires us to be fully attentive and present. In a Buddhist story, there was a disciple who was known for his wisdom and patience. One day, a villager came to him, distressed and overwhelmed by his problems. The disciple listened silently, without offering immediate advice or solutions. After the villager had finished speaking, he felt a sense of relief and clarity, simply because he had been heard. This story highlights the importance of silence in listening. The disciple's silent presence allowed the villager to feel understood and valued. It showed that sometimes just being there and listening can be more powerful than any words of advice. By practicing silence when it's time to listen, we follow Buddha's teaching on mindfulness and presence. We create an environment where others feel safe to share their thoughts and feelings, fostering trust and deeper connections in our relationships. Silence in these moments is not just about hearing words, but about truly understanding the person behind them. Silence can be incredibly powerful, often conveying messages that words cannot. In certain situations, silence can express strength, confidence, or disapproval more effectively than spoken words. Nonverbal communication, such as body language and facial expressions, plays a significant role in how we convey our feelings and intentions. By choosing silence, we can make a profound impact without uttering a single word. This silent communication can demonstrate our resolve, highlight our presence, and sometimes even signal our disapproval in a dignified manner. Buddha taught that wisdom is not always found in spoken words, but often in the quiet presence of understanding. One of the teachings emphasizes the power of silent wisdom, an inner knowing that doesn't need to be voiced to be understood. In a Buddhist story, there was a revered monk who was known for his silent meditations. One day, two villagers came to him with a dispute, each eager to present their side. The monk listened silently, not interrupting or offering immediate judgment. His calm presence and attentive silence led both villagers to reflect on their actions and find a resolution themselves. This story illustrates how silence can be more powerful than words. The monk's silence spoke volumes. His mere presence encouraged introspection and understanding. By remaining silent, he allowed the villagers to come to their own conclusions, demonstrating the power of silent wisdom. In our daily lives, there are moments when silence can make a statement stronger than any words we could say. Whether it's showing confidence in a challenging situation or expressing disapproval without confrontation, silence can be a potent form of communication. By embracing the power of silence, we align with Buddha's teaching on the importance of presence and inner wisdom, using silence to convey messages that resonate deeply and authentically. So, there you have it. 5 powerful situations where silence truly is golden. We've explored how silence can prevent conflicts when we're angry, how it allows us to gather all the facts before speaking, and how it helps us avoid hurting others with our words. We've also seen the importance of silence in active listening, and how it can speak louder than words in certain situations. These teachings from Buddhist philosophy are not just ancient wisdom. They are I encourage you to practice mindful silence in your own life. The next time you find yourself in one of these situations, take a moment to pause and choose silence. Notice the difference it makes in your interactions and in your own sense of peace and clarity. I'd love to hear about your experiences. How has practicing silence impacted you? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Let's learn from each other and continue to grow together on this journey toward greater wisdom and compassion. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all.